So, a lot going on in the world. It's amazing what a day's event can bring. And it seemed to be happening really, really fast at a pace where it seems like, it looked like, it sounds like no one can stop it. Evil is truly having its way. Wide open way. Inside of people, each individual, and outside of you, inside of others. It's amazing what's going on. Really. And it's interesting to me is that the type of people that are now being put into office where they're making decisions and laws about our lives in this country. It's like the young people, those who are old enough to vote now, have been totally brainwashed away from knowing what's right within themselves, and they only think of in a wrong way. And so in thinking in a wrong way, they are making the wrong decision by putting all the wrong people in the right places to destroy America, to make sure that my country never comes back. My country is no longer tears of thee. What a mess, huh? What a mess. I've said once, and I've said twice, and I've said 1,000 times. And if you don't see it to be true now, I don't know what more do you need. They are brainwashed human beings, and not all, but most, to believe that anger, that emotions are good. They have brainwashed the people to believe that, and as a result, they're walking in darkness, and they just can't see. They have accepted the intellect over wisdom. They're worshiping evil by worshiping the intellect over over good. Isn't that amazing? And then the intellect brings emotions, and they think, it's interesting too, they think that everybody have emotions, and they think that emotions are good because everybody does it, they say. And some people are realizing that emotions are evil because emotions come from the intellect. And the intellect is evil. It's of your daddy, the devil. It makes you feel bad. It makes you feel good. Feeling good is feeling bad. They're both the same. They're both imposters. And if you don't wake up to that and you constantly listen to the imagination and emotions outside of you and inside of others and inside of you, hell is your destination. You will continue to live hell on earth, fear and doubt and worry. You will continue to be accused and condemned by the intellect until it takes your soul completely, and then it's over. So you have a choice. You can stay in the hell of anger, or you can drop it. You can drop it. You can overcome it. It's not like you're stuck. You can really overcome it and be free right here on earth in spite of what's going on with other people. In spite of what's going on with other people. Isn't that amazing? in spite of what's going on with other people, you can take control of your life. I don't care what has happened or what will happen. You could be in control right here on earth, but you need love. You need the light. You need the truth of God within you to guide you, to live through you. And it is a mess right now. It's a mess. And there were a couple of elections, few elections yesterday, and the results are in now, according to the media and others. And I want to give you proof of the people deserving the type of government they get. You deserve what you get. You keep repeating the same old thing over and over and over again, and you're going to get the same results or worse. They're going to get worse. They are going to get worse because you're serving evil, whether you realize it or not. Our battle is a spiritual battle. It's a warfare between good and evil, right and wrong. It has nothing, zero, to do with the physical. And anyone that blames someone else for your issue, anyone that blames someone else for your issue, you're blind, you're weak, you're emotional. And all emotional people are weak and pathetic. Really. Check it out. Emotions, if you have emotions, you're into your emotions, the emotions, you're weak. And emotional people control other emotional people. I feel sorry for you. I feel compassion. That's dumb. How are you going to feel compassion for another human being and you're not them? But you're deceived by the intellect. You're deceived by the devil. What a sad way to live, and you don't have to. That's what's so interesting about it. It doesn't. You could be free. I don't care what has happened in the past and the so-called future. You can be free. The truth, God love you. Satan, the lie, the accuser, the one that condemns you, hate you. And so you're already living that lie. You have a choice to overcome that if you want to. It's up to you. And I understand that most people love their hell. They don't want you to tell them they can overcome it. They don't want to have 1 ounce of belief that they can overcome it. It feels like life, and they love it. They love their anger. They love their false good feelings. And yet they complain about it by saying, oh, I'm depressed. I'm suicidal. I have anxiety. So they have like a love-hate relationship for evil. Here are some examples of you get the government that you deserve. This is from Blaze. Planned Parenthood. Hillary Clinton, bat judge, wins Wisconsin Supreme Court seat. Planned Parenthood. Hillary Clinton's bat judge win Wisconsin court seat. The Wisconsin Democratic Party shielded out more than $8 million to her campaign. $8 million in her campaign, toward her campaign. And they're putting in these judges who love evil and hate good. Just imagine, now that the courts are being stacked, just imagine what's going to happen. You haven't seen anything yet, and you have no one to blame but yourself because you put these people in office. Watch this from MSNBC.
NBC News has projected a result in the very important Wisconsin Supreme Court election tonight. Janet Protasiewicz is the more liberal of the two candidates. Dan Kelly, the more conservative of the two candidates. This is considered broadly to be the most important election in the country, the most consequential election in the country in the year 2023. As you see with these elections here, the projected winner is Janet Protasiewicz, the more liberal of the two judicial candidates here. This has very big consequences for Wisconsin and indeed for the country. I will just point out a couple of things here. This may very well mean that there is a deciding vote in the Wisconsin Supreme Court that results in abortion being legal in Wisconsin instead of illegal. The majority on the Wisconsin Supreme Court for the first time in more than a decade will flip from hard right conservative control to progressive control. That is a huge deal. Yeah. It could flip multiple seats in Congress. It could flip control of Congress simply by this one result in this one Supreme Court state in this one election in Wisconsin tonight.
It's amazing to see these people celebrate abortion as good. They're celebrating death and not life. They rejoice over it. And these are the type of people you're putting in office. All the wrong people in the right place to destroy America. They're rejoicing in it. Amazing. A Christian country at one time. And Christians, do you know there are Christians that are so dumb that they believe Christians should not be involved in politics? Can you get any dumber than that? Can you get any dumber than that? And so you believe that, so you don't get involved, and this is what you end up getting. And then when they pass laws to kill the children in the womb, you want to go out and protest and praise the Lord and pray to Jesus. Can you get any dumber than that? Blinded by the ego. Blinded by anger. So here's that woman, that female that won, so-called won the Wisconsin seat last night. This is from Yahoo. Janet delivered an acceptance speech Tuesday night. This is from WISN. Watch this.
Well, Wisconsin, guess what? We did it. We did it. They've chosen to reject partisan extremism in this state. Our state is taking a step forward to a better and brighter future where our rights and freedoms will be protected.
Amazing. And the men celebrate as well. The men celebrated too. The men are celebrating. They are celebrating the destruction of their children. The men, not leading the way, but following the woman. All the wrong people, the right places to destroy my country. In Chicago, some people thought Chicago would get better because they got rid of that lady, so-called mayor, that under her as mayor of Chicago, Laura Lightfoot, whatever her name was. everything got worse, and the people were complaining and crying through the roof, carjacking through the roof, and things got worse, and they cried for help, and they defunded the police, and businesses left. A lot of white folks left there. A lot of white people left. Businesses left, and they're like, no, no, no. We got to get rid of Lightfoot. And we got to put in someone that would bring Chicago back to order. So they had an election. And the people were celebrating that Lightfoot is just a one-time mayor. And then they had a runoff between a white guy, who was a Democrat, I'm told, and a black guy who was a Democrat. The black guy supported by the school union, teachers union, and the white guy supported by the police union. And guess what? Guess who the people chose? They chose evil again. They chose evil again. They want more of what they got from Lightfoot, because that's what they're going to get. And this time it's going to be even worse, because evil gets worse as you feed it and not better. This time it's going to get worse. They have a black mayor now, another black mayor. And yet they were moaning and groaning and carrying on under Lightfoot because she, instead of doing something about the crime, she rejoiced. She was dancing in the streets. And they picked someone that worse. So from this day forward, the people in Chicago, the voters who vote for this man, you deserve what you get. There's no reason to complain. As that black woman in South Africa said, you voted for these people simply because they're black, knowing that things are not going to get better, but because of the hatred of your heart of white people, you voted in the enemy. Knowing, and you know it's not going to get better. It's going to only get worse. And you vote them in. This is from the New York Post. Progressive Brendan Johnson elected Chicago next mayor. Watch this from CBS.
And when I say all the people, I mean all the people, especially folks who have ever been on a payment plan. To the CTU, to the CCTU, to the IFT, the AFT, the UWF, because make no mistake about it, Chicago is a union town. A city that's truly safer for everyone by investing in what actually works to prevent crime. So I believe since we are taking steps to figure it out here, let's take this bold progressive movement around these United States of America. Because this campaign has always been about building a better, stronger, safer Chicago for all the people of Chicago.
Amazing. And they celebrate evil. Woe unto the people who call good evil, evil good. And they keep voting in these people simply because they're black, knowing, they know that it's going to get worse. But in your face to the white people, they would choose evil, pain over freedom. They would choose pain over freedom. Trending Politics is reporting Johnson called for removing law enforcement during the 2020 riot. He called for removing law enforcement, according to Trending Politics, from the during the 2020 riot. He defended looters, saying they were lashing out against racism. And the people voted him in. Why didn't they just keep Lightfoot? It was the same thing. I thought they were fed up with crime and carjacking and robbing and killing stuff in Chicago. They're not. They had a chance to vote in someone else that would, I don't know how much he would have done, but I guarantee he would have done better than what's up with this guy. May God have mercy on America. And the interesting thing is there's nowhere to run, nowhere to hide to, baby. Nowhere to run, nowhere to hide to, baby. If you doubt me, ask the people in South Africa. They did exactly what's happening here. And the white people ran, and they ran to their farmland. And guess what? The blacks followed them out there, robbed and raped and killed along the highway in their homes, on the land. And Christians say they should not get involved with politics. You love evil over good. Black people love unions because unions make them feel good about being wrong. And unions support their evil. That's why they love the union. You get the kind of government you deserve. And then you cry about it later. And then you turn right around. It's like you turn right around and vote somebody else, and that's even worse. It's the same way with the spirit of evil within you. You complain about it. You whine about it. You pay buku money to these so-called expert counselors. And you cry, and they give you medication. And you repeat the same thing over. Rather than overcoming evil, you worship evil by believing thoughts. Anyone that believes their imagination, that believes thoughts, you're worshiping evil, and you call it good. Such blind people. So Chicago, bye. You get what you deserve. You think the blacks are carrying on with crime now under Lightfoot, and it's bad. Wait. And I know white people, I can see white people right now packing their bags in their U-Haul and they're moving somewhere else. They'll follow you there too and accuse you because they know you are afraid of words. They know you protect your ego, so don't call me racist. I want people to think kindly of me. Don't call me racist. And the people still hate you. Rather than pleasing what is right, you try to please the people, you're going to catch more hell. Human beings are evil. The human nature is evil. It's wicked. It's wicked. It is pure evil.